Four of Pentacles Reversed. The Four of Pentacles Reversed often implies that you are holding on to things, people, money, or situations far more than you should for your own well-being and peace of mind. It's time to relax and to remember that you cannot control what others choose to do. We all have free will. Focus on your own choices. General, when the Four of Pentacles is reversed, it can mean that the current will move quickly through the fear-based clinging they have been exhibiting and suddenly learn to be more open, more generous, and more aware that fear solves nothing. Making a point to think positively will help. Work. With regard to work questions, the Four of Pentacles reversed implies that you are far too worried about the safety and security of your job. This is understandable in the light of the current global economic uncertainty, but it can be counterproductive to worry so much, as it can actually make your work suffer. Think positively and focus on producing the best work that you can. Love. The Four of Pentacles reversed is a card about fear, when it comes to love. However, the reversal can mean that you are about to let go of the fear, and finally open yourself up in a way that is real, and which will give your relationship a fighting chance. If you are looking for love and get the reversed Four of Pentacles, it is telling you to not let fear of rejection hold you back. Reach out, mingle, get to know people. You have to be open for love to come to you, and being full of fear is not helpful. Finances. When the reversed Four of Pentacles appears, it can show that you are finally getting beyond your worries about money, because you will have realized that your worry isn't helping you. You can make a difference in your financial situation, if you let go of your fear and get moving. Health. The Four of Pentacles reversed, although it may not feel particularly pleasant at first, can indicate that you are about to move forward emotionally, which will in turn improve your health greatly. When this card appears, you have almost certainly been carrying around a great deal of fear and worry related to your health, and you may finally find the courage to open up, or may not be able to keep yourself from opening up about these fears. Speak your heart. Your situation will improve instantly when you do. Spirituality. You are about to take a spiritual leap forward, as because of a combination of factors, you are likely to no longer be holding yourself back and will be more open to dealing with others and allowing them to affect you. This will give both them, and yourself, blessings and opportunities for growth. Tarot history. The history of the tarot is shrouded in mystery. Very little in the way of concrete information is known about its origin, although many things have been written about it. We will probably never know the truth, as fact and fiction seem to be irrevocably mixed nowadays. The tarot originated in northern Italy in the early 15th century, sometime between 1420 to 1440. Despite the fact that it is often attributed to originating from China, Egypt, India, or Morocco, to name just a few, there is absolutely no evidence that this is the case. Nor, as is often quoted, is there any evidence whatsoever that the tarot was brought to Europe by the Romanis. The name tarot is often attributed to being Egyptian, Hebrew, or Latin. This is not the case. The earliest names are all Italian in origin. The cards were originally called carte de triomphe. Around 1530 the word tarocchi began to be used to differentiate them from a new game of triumphs that was in vogue at the time. The etymology of this new word is unknown. The German variant was known as tarot and the French tarot. The symbolism for the tarot is drawn from the culture of medieval and Renaissance Europe. The tarot subjects are distinctive to European Christendom. The symbolism does not come from Egypt or any of the other exotic locales often mentioned. It is often stated that modern-day playing cards evolved from the tarot. This is not the case. Modern-day playing cards came to Europe courtesy of Islam. They were an adaptation of the Islamic Mamluk cards. They appeared quite suddenly in many different European cities between 1375 and 1378. These early cards had suits of cups, swords, coins, and polo sticks, and courts consisting of a king and 2 male underlings. The tarot adds the Fool, the trumps, and a set of queens to this system. Sometime before 1480, the French introduced cards with the now familiar suits of hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds. The Joker is not original to either the early form of modern-day cards, or to the tarot, but instead originated in the USA around 1857 and was used as a wild card in poker as well as the highest trump in euchre. It is also often stated that the Catholic and Protestant churches outlawed the tarot and all who used it in an effort to stamp out so-called heretical teachings. This is not the case. The Inquisition documented what the Church considered as evidence of heresy in great detail. The tarot was not even mentioned. After the Reformation, less controversial images for the Pope and Papess were substituted by card makers as the Church had objected to the original images. It is often said that the tarot was not used as a divination tool prior to 1781. The tarot was used as early as the 16th century to compose poems describing personality characteristics. There is historical evidence that in one case at least these verses were presented as relating to the person's fate. In other words, divination. Divinatory meanings were assigned to the tarot in Bologna in the early 1700s, and this is the first unambiguous evidence of tarot divination. Ordinary playing cards were connected with divination as early as 1487. It is not unreasonable to think that the tarot was also. The tarot has often been attributed with being a pillar of Western esoterica occultism. This is certainly not the case. The first occult writers to discuss the tarot were Court de Gabellin and the Comte de Melot in 1781. The tarot was not mentioned in any occult work for the first 350 years of its existence. The terms Major Arcana, Minor Arcana, High Priestess, and Hierophant are anachronistic when referring to the older tarot decks. The historically appropriate terms are the Trumps and the Fool, the suit cards, Papess or Popess, and Pope. Likewise, Pentacles and Wands are relatively recent substitutions for the traditional suit names of coins and staves or batons. The original Italian titles of the cards were in some cases different from the later French titles that have become familiar to us through the Tarot de Marseille and its descendants. Also, the ordering of the trumps varied considerably in Italy where the cards originated. It is not known which ordering is the earliest one. Even the number of cards in the deck varied a great deal. So care should be used in making statements about the original meaning of the cards based on the familiar titles and ordering. Many believe that the Waite-Smith Tarot is the original, standard, or most authentic tarot deck in existence. This is absolutely untrue. The Waite-Smith/Rider-Waite deck was created in 1909. Not even 100 years ago, making it a relative newcomer in the almost 600-year history of the tarot. There is actually no definitive version of the tarot.